Hello Leo, welcome to your reading. This is for the week beginning April 8th through April 15th, 2026, and it's for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Leo, I want to take a look at your energy just quickly before I get into the tarot. The energy around you is Orca magic. Now in this deck, this is about the Akashic libraries being open. So accessing memories, accessing ancient tradition, accessing something that goes way back, past lives, past people, people who have passed on, ancestral energy. Along with that, we have the stag. Now, the stag in this deck is the Hierophant, so it does speak to me about tradition, definitely. Also spirituality, and the stag is very much a masculine energy. It is the stag can be a very single energy. Going stag, for instance, going stag to a party means going by yourself without a partner. So some of you are maintaining an energy here of maintaining your space. I get that as a space, maintaining tradition. You Leos, you do tend to be people who like things to be a certain way. Yeah, it'll be different for each one of you. You're all individuals, but whatever tradition means to you feels important. Now, for masculine energy, if you're cross-watching for a masculine Leo, I feel that they are a very traditional type. And when it comes to spirituality, I feel that they're quite traditional as well. They may be quite rigid in their belief system. And of course, for some of my Leos that I'm speaking to right now, that could be you as well. Okay, let's take a look here and see where all of this very traditional energy is going for my Leos this week. Yeah, I get accessing the past. I'm going to put down these cards, and as I do that, Leo, I want to thank you for all of your support, for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, trying to get my numbers up. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing if you haven't already, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you if you have subscribed, and thank you for considering subscribing. Leo, right in the center. Three of Pentacles. So when it comes to... Again, I'm getting a very religious energy, and that's not normally what I would pick up around the Three of Pentacles, excuse me. Yeah, okay. A traditional work ethic. Yeah, it's like being the head of the household. Whether you're male or female, I feel that that's kind of the energy. You like to be admired for what you do. When we talk about business and career, I feel that a lot of my Leos have reached a level where you are very much admired for the knowledge. Some of you are teachers, some of you have worked with knowledge gained from books, which could mean that you are someone who's gone to university, a higher level of college, that kind of thing that I'm picking up there. Yeah, and when it comes to focus, I think, Leo, what you set your mind to, you really engage with that. You learn all that you can with that, and you also not easily... Well, I'm getting this. Some of you have been distracted, and you need to refocus. So that's just for some of you, not all of you. For others of you, you're maintaining a vision, maintaining a focus. The arrow, well, with this one, you could be thinking about many different things. You may have thoughts that are scattered, but you're being urged to bring, with all of this tradition, some order into your life and to make some plans. But the only way for you to achieve that is by decluttering thoughts, things that you don't need to spend your time on at this stage, this week especially. So what is this focus? Well, some of you are thinking, I don't even know. And I get it, I understand it. Sometimes we just don't know, right? But I feel like this week there could be something that you're learning about that engages you in thoughts about the future. Okay. So it's like something happening here. All those scattered thoughts, and there's going to be one that is kind of golden. It shines out. So some of you could be writing down all of your thoughts, all of the things that you'd like to do, and one of those I feel is going to really stand out, like this arrow in the center of this card. It shoots straight and to the point, so I think that for a lot of you are a straight shooter and you're just going to shoot your shot. So taking time out to decide what your goal is, planning how you can reach it, working out a schedule that you can stick by, and then focusing. Of course, then you'll find that you become stronger, more grounded as you go straight to what you really want in life. So focus on positivity. You will make your mark here. I feel that what you're focused on is good fortune, blessings for yourself. Yeah, your mind needs to be sharp, focused like this arrow in order to hit that mark, to reach your goal. So start to prioritize, make that list of what's important. Walk away from anything that takes away from the main focus. Be straight and to the point. Detox your mind through positive thinking. Yes, arrows. Yeah. You know, the king of Babylon would stop at the fork on a road and seek an omen by firing arrows engraved with written messages, and the one that travelled the farthest would have the answer. And Native Americans believe that you should speak like an arrow, direct and focused, and I like that. You'll notice that when Native Americans speak, they don't speak a lot of small talk. They don't go on and on and on and on, do they? You know, they're just going to come to the point, and I think that's a brilliant thing. So with that in mind, let's get straight to the point. Four of Wands in reverse. So there's been some difficulties around the home. There may have been some things that have gone wrong. There could have been home issues, like actual problems that went along with the home, like structurally. Some of you may have had repairs, or there was something there. Others of you have been moving around without structure for a little while. Current energy, we've got the moon in reverse. Okay, so there's something coming to the surface. I feel it's this Akashic record, memory of some distant past. And this Queen of Cups is in the near future here, Leo. So I feel that with love in mind and with love in your heart, you're really shooting this arrow towards having a structured love life. I'm getting for some of my Leos, you may have been very scattered in your energy. You may have been dating, you may have been seeing a few people. For some of you, you're choosing, making a choice, male or female. Could be a watery energy. It could be very motherly, or someone that you see as very kind, caring, compassionate. The Seven of Pentacles is your best path to follow, and that's that arrow focus. Prioritize, put the work in, put the energy in, and watch it grow. You know, if you have too much scattered energy here, if you're unfocused, if you don't prioritize, then things will stay stagnant, stay as they are. So I think that there may have been some confusion, some doubts, but with you at the moment, Leo, being able to access this ancient knowledge from the Akashic libraries of the Hierophant, if you go back to the core of who you are, a very traditional type of person, someone who sees commitment, someone who sees marriage as important, because I do feel that a lot of my Leos do find that very important. You'll find a message there in your parents, in your grandparents, in their parents. It goes way, way back, a tradition of working. A lot of you will come from working class backgrounds. and a lot of you have a very strong work ethic. Yes. But you are also someone who tends to see marriage as a very traditional thing. So it may be that some of you may see marriage as very equal, like you both have to have the same sort of work ethic. For others of you, you see it as more traditionally focused in terms of an older time, perhaps your grandparents, when perhaps the wife was to stay at home while the man went out and did the business. You know what I mean? And again, I feel that that's connected to ancient cultures as well. Some of you are coming from a culture or religion where that is ingrained. Not all of you. Around you we've got, here's the Hierophant, but in reverse. So yeah. Well, this is very rigid energy. This is Hierophant times 10. So there's something here about tradition that feels very locked in. So let's take a look here at the Wisdom Oracle cards, and let's take a look at why the Hierophant is such a big thing in your reading this week, Leo. Oh, we've got a healing energy. I like that. Yeah. For some of you, there may be someone around you who is quite different. You could be very traditional, Leo. This other person may not be. You may see healing in a different kind of way this week. Whereas traditionally you may have seen healing as something that happened at the doctor's office or in the hospital. Here I feel that this is a different kind of healing. Something more earthy is what I'm picking up from Spirit. Healing energy. Well, when it comes to healing, this feels more natural. You know, when you go to the doctors or you go to the hospital, it's very much about it's very much about science-based. Nothing wrong with that, guys. I feel that this is natural healing coupled with more traditional forms of healing. Let's put it that way. It's like going right back to the Native Americans, right back to Aboriginal culture, right back before there was traditional doctors and hospitals. There was more natural healing, and I feel that there's a place for that in your world at the moment, Leo. Although you may be combating it, poo-pooing it, saying, nah, that's not for me. I feel that there's something here that could heal, but heal in a deeper level. The surgery and medications, they heal, they do, but they don't heal deep within the soul. And this is soul healing. Yeah. Complementary medicine and aromatherapy, benefit from healing energies of nature, rhythms and cycles, mystery and magic of the old ways, tapping into that ancient wisdom with that Akashic library open before you. Yeah. The healing energy. Some of you are learning about this, gaining more knowledge and wisdom. And some of you have natural abilities to heal that you're now accessing as well, Leo, which is lovely to see. Yeah, unlocking your knowledge in order to work with a different kind of healing, in conjunction, of course, with doctor's orders, all that good stuff. Interesting. Four of Cups. Yeah, some of you it's emotional healing. Not so much. You've got everything else covered by doctors, but when it comes to emotional healing, there could be things that are coming up from time to time attached to the past that do need healing, and with that Four of Cups you're hoping to do that. You're hoping for positive connection is what I just got there from Spirit. The outcome here is the Death card, Leo. Now that is good because I feel that this is about deep transformation, not just something that gets, you get a pill for. This is deep transformation that comes from deep within. 7 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. This is what's hidden, guys. And I want to get a card on that, because the 7 of Cups in reverse, it feels like, with the moon in reverse, it feels like understanding, seeing something as real and not just a fantasy, not just romanticized like in the movies. This feels like something real, tangible. Okay, let's see what this is, guys. We have an abundance of gratitude. Oh, okay. So this is you, Leo, working with an abundance of gratitude. We've got grapes here, we've got the pink rose. An abundance of gratitude. This Queen of Cups energy, I feel, is what... Oh, and there was a massive bird that just flew across my window, guys. I'm talking a massive bird. Wow. Okay. I wish I'd seen what bird it was. It just went so fast. I just caught a glimpse. It was black. Okay, interesting. An abundance of gratitude. We've got the grape and the pink rose here. Let's talk about it. When we have the grape, I'll talk about the grapes first. Now, grapes, of course, we think about wine. We think about going out and having fun. Yeah, it feels like fertility, mental strength. It speaks about abundance, so wealth, of course, but wealth doesn't have to mean just about money. It's associated with the moon, this card, so I do feel that anything that may be being kept secret at this time, Leo, may be coming out from you or from another towards you. The card is associated with growth. And also grapes indicate that magic is about. You know, I do get that with this Akashic records, this healing energy. An understanding of something that didn't just make you feel good on the surface, but at something that makes you feel good at a deep level. The card does speak about family stability as well, happiness, tradition again, and the way that they can support you. I think for a lot of my Leos, you're going back or thinking about a time when you were supported by family, where you were supported in a family unit, and you are seeking that out. For you, that may symbolize traditional abundance, the way that family, happiness, tradition supports you. They're all things that you're being, well, called to remember. I get this energy of the Akashic records. You're being called to remember and to implement that. On another level, Spirit is saying this week, don't cancel any appointments. Okay? And if someone is cancelling an appointment with you, I think you have to really get to a deep issue about why that is. Okay, but for you, certainly don't cancel any appointments this week. That's very important. Now, we're talking about the pink rose here. Now, gratitude, it's a reason to be thankful. I feel that there is some balanced energy that wants to flow to you. Pink roses show you ways to happiness that are opening for you, and that there'll be a reason to be joyful. So whatever this Four of Cups is, it's an end to that time in your life. And this Death card tells me that there's a new opportunity, something of value coming in. Something of value that is in your focus at the moment, this Arrow card. This could be an exchange of a gift, a windfall, the sale of a large item, maybe even the sale of a property or real estate, or some discussion around moving in or living with a family. Now, of course, don't interfere where you're not welcome, and be wary of any kind of deception. Remember the Native American energy of needing to be direct in your communication, and make sure that there is no deceptive energy there from you or from anybody else. Make sure that there's reality, that things aren't just discussed in open-ended discussions. Make sure that there's solutions, problem solving, very direct conversations about what it is that you want and where your focus lies, and make sure that other people around you are on the same page as you this week, Leo, for sure. Any other messages for my Leos? Let's get a card from this deck. Faraway places, getting ready for new horizons. So, okay, some of you could be traveling, or doesn't matter how far it is, guys. That's purely subjective. Some of you certainly could be planning to travel a distance to focus on. Some of you could be moving with that Four of Wands in reverse. Some of you could be moving back to a place where you have some kind of memory or Akashic energy. There's some sort of attachment there. It may not even be something you physically have lived in before, but energetically you have a connection to that place. Could be a father or a grandfather lived there. And the scales, justice, legal documents could certainly be involved in this situation. And it's going to be a challenge. Moving's never an easy thing, certainly, but you will achieve. Challenges lead to achievement, so don't be afraid to climb that mountain. And let's get some tea leaves here, guys, for Leo for the week beginning April 8th. Looks like you're prioritizing. We have the scales again. Wow. Wow, double message there. Keep your life in balance. Make sure that you're doing things on the up and up when it comes to legal matters, contracts, all of that stuff. Pay attention to the details. Because you don't want... Things will be unsuccessful if you don't prioritize and make sure that you look at the details. Cross your T's, dot your I's, look through contracts with a fine-tooth comb. Do everything that you can to make sure that you are not unsuccessful in your plan. We did say you were going to receive a gift that came up before. July could be an important month. You could be planning to move in July. And we've got the flag here. Now it says don't be tempted to lower your standards. Well, yeah, I think that you have to aim high here and maintain an energy of shooting for what you really want and not going for second best here. Certainly, Leo. But I also get an energy of planting a flag somewhere, like in the old days when they were exploring some new territory, they planted the flag. I kind of get you planting a flag somewhere, maybe somewhere new, Leo, or thinking about it. I'm going to leave it there and wish all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me. My links are down below. Or you can Google Gypsy Insights Tarot on Etsy. That's ETSY. Leo, thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscribes. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss an update. Leo, if you want more Leo readings, traditionally you're one of my less viewed zodiac signs. So if you'd like more, make sure that you comment down below and leave me a like. That way you'll continue to get more Leo readings. Thank you so much, guys. Please take care and bye for now.